Hi, remember me? I'm back. So we're doing this on the internet now, I guess. Okay. Couple things I want to tell you. The most important, at least grade-wise thing, is that what was going to be your exam on the Victorian period is now going to be a paper. Okay. This is going to be open book. I can't like hover over your shoulder and make sure you're not reading. That would probably be illegal in most cases. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the format. Now here's the thing. The format is going to change from the exam that we've seen to sort of an essay, but I don't want you spending 20 hours on this thing because, maybe you have the time these days. But I don't want it to be such a time suck for you. I don't want you to spend 50 hours revising and revising and revising to make it picture perfect. I guess for most of you, you'll want to spend somewhere between 1 and 3 hours doing this thing. So because of that, you shouldn't there shouldn't be spelling errors because you should be working on Word and like you should be able to click, like that's not hard. It's easy to fix spelling errors. You should fix spelling errors. My expectations for the test are not that it's in perfect Shakespearean English. Okay, so I care much more. Like I'm giving you a paper, but I'm grading it like it's a test, right? Does that make sense? On tests, I know that you don't have time to fix this up and make it perfect. And I'm going to keep those kind of lowered expectations, even as I assign papers in lieu of tests. So what does this look like? What I'm going to do is I'm going to post on Thursday, April 2nd, sometime in the morning, Thursday, April 2nd, you'll get a notification. It's not just like refresh. Like I will send out an email saying, it's done. So Thursday morning, I'm going to send out the questions, and it's going to be 3 questions. You're going to pick 2, okay? And you're going to write 2 mini essays answering that question. What's a mini essay? It'll be a few paragraphs long, but not like I'm not looking for gigantic research papers. Okay, I'm looking for ideas. What I want to see from you. And this will all be on the test sheet, but just right now, I'm going to tell you what I want to see from you. I want to know that you have understood the big ideas that come from the Victorian writers that we looked at. Do you understand their big ideas? Can you talk about them in an intelligent way? Did you learn, and not just regurgitate, but did you really digest what we went through? At the end of the day, what brass tacks here, these questions shouldn't be so much different than what you've already seen on tests from me. It's just now it's open book. So I might expect you to be able to come up with a line or 2 from a poem. I might expect you to be able to have the poem in front of you if I ask you about it. So my expectation is not that you're spending multiple hours. In fact, I don't want you spending all sorts of time on these things. If you're spending more than 3 hours, I can't police that. I can't smack you on the wrist. I can only ask nice. Please don't spend more than 3 hours on this. You've got other things to do. I hope you do. If not, you have you have plenty of reading. Which reminds me, the new syllabus is now up. I kept the old one in case there are things that we're just going to have to skip. We had a 2-week spring break instead of a 1-week spring break. I had to cut material. You can look back at the old syllabus. I left that up, but the new syllabus is there. It does have the reading that I expect you to do on a daily basis. Okay. Now, starting on Wednesday, which is tomorrow for me as I'm recording this, starting on Wednesday, and every day that we would have had class, so Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and so on, even this Friday, even when that test is due, even that day, we're doing Yeats, by the way, on Friday. I want you to, we're going to start a discussion board, okay? And you'll need to, I'll have rules for it up there. But basically it's going to be a response. Okay. It's going to be a response time. So you get to put in your own thoughts, put in your own questions, You just have to do this once. I'm going to tell you at least 3 sentences. Some of you will want to do much more than that. Some of you want to do much, much more than that, and that's fine. But you might, I'm looking for independent, interesting thought. Isn't that vague? Well, that's your problem now. Independent, interesting thought. Something, so your own ideas, I'd love to see. And I know you guys have these because I've been teaching you for almost a year now, and you guys have thoughts. Sometimes it's it's a little hard to pull them out of your head, but you guys can do this. So independent, interesting thoughts, not just like regurgitating what the intro said, not just looking at Wikipedia and giving me like, Yeats was born on this day and died on this day, but like some interpretive thing, or even a long question, not just what does this word mean, but like, now in this poem he seems to say this, in this poem he seems to say that. That brings up an interesting problem. I haven't figured that problem out. Okay, it can be an open-ended sort of response. That's okay. This is a discussion. This is not, we have every answer and let me give you every answer in this discussion sheet. This is in this discussion board on VCamp. This is just some interesting independent thoughts. So where will you find this? On the again, I mentioned the discussion tab on VCamp. I'm going to get into that. I'm going to, starting Wednesday, April 1st, my expectation is that you'll be able to get into VCamp, respond. The first person we're doing is Thomas Hardy. Get in there and make some kind of response. Now, this is where that's predictable. Okay, you will have discussions every Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the rest of the semester. You will have 2 more exams. The first exam, again, is more of a paper, but I'm going to use the word exam. It's open book paper/exam. Again, that's, as I said, that's due on this Friday. And this is all on the syllabus. Now I'm going to, as I can, as time allows, I'm going to, from time to time, I can't promise this for every class, but I can promise you for Hardy, I already recorded a lecture. Guess what? I went a little long. But for those of you who have the stomach for that sort of thing, I have recorded a lecture. I'm going to put that up. I'm going to give you the link. I'm going to make sure that that gets in front of you as soon as I post it. It's not up as of the time of this recording, but that should be up soon. Okay, so you'll get to enjoy an hour of my discussion on modernism, on Yeats, Hardy, and so forth. So be looking for that, notifications of when my lectures go up. I can't promise every guy will be able to lecture on, so it is on you to keep up with the reading. It is on you to do the discussions, and it is on you to take 2 more tests. Okay, that's what we're looking at. At the end of the day, what do you need to do? Keep reading, discussions on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and 2 more tests. And to assist you with that, I'm going to be uploading here and there as consistently as I can in these crazy times. I'll be uploading lectures on poets as they come. Some of them might be long, some of them might be short. I'm lying, all my lectures are long. You've gotten this far, so okay, that's what I had. Emails are king. Get to me any questions you have. And the last thing, I hope I don't even need to say this to you guys. I know for most of you I don't. Now that we're purely on the internet, plagiarism could be a thing. Don't do it. I've already given someone a 0 on an assignment this semester for plagiarism. And just so you know, that once you get, it's a 2-strike rule. Once you get 2 strikes of plagiarism, maybe it's in my class and then maybe like somebody else's class, like in 2 years you plagiarize again. Well, that stays in your permanent record. Once you accrue 2, like proven cases of plagiarism, your life gets nasty. I mean, it can affect your sports, it can affect your financial aids, it can affect enrollment. Like it's bad. It's bad. Don't do it. So please, don't do it. Know that I'm looking out for plagiarism. Know that VCamp catches plagiarism. I'm going to set it up I'll explain all this again on the test itself, but you'll turn it in through VCamp, and VCamp will read it and tell me if you've gotten things from somewhere. It gives me a little report saying if there's any matches to any. It basically Googles your paper for me and tells me if there's any hits, as they call it, hits. So that's the deal. Look forward to emails and announcements from me in the future. Look forward to some lectures going up and being contacted when those do go up. Again, questions, hit me. You've got my email. It's going to be really important. If I've been slow in the past with emails, I apologize. But these days, I'm just like, it's just me in a room at my house checking emails. So it's like refresh. Checking my watch. Refresh, playing a game of chess. So please, give me something to do. Talk to me. All right, guys, that's what I had for today. Good luck with your test that is due Friday night, this Friday, April 3rd. And please keep up with the reading. Maybe we can even learn something along the way. Huh? All right. Peace.